Today, so let's do a complete updated multi-time frame analysis of euro dollar and British pound US dollar. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity currently we have in euro USD and GBP USD. As you can see on the lower time frame, we can see a significant trading opportunity. Now, before we discuss what it is, let's do a complete multi-time frame analysis to see which way the market is heading, and then we'll jump onto this time frame to see how we can trade both of this instrument. Starting with first of all euro dollar with the higher time frame. Looking at the monthly perspective, you can see that as you have seen in all my analysis, this is what I exactly mentioned that euro dollar is bearish. Why? Because first of all, if you look at the bigger picture, you see that euro dollar is highly bearish on the monthly without any question, creating series of lower high and lower low. All the candles you can see are red, which is bearish, except one candle here on the monthly perspective is not relating to this movement, can give us a significant liquidity zone. And we have seen that euro dollar from that same level, from this previous support here, acting as resistance on the monthly, strongly rejected, creating a middleman. Now this is a continuation pattern. As a result, this month, after little retracement, we have seen strong rejection to the downside on euro dollar. Now currently the price in a zone where we can expect further drop. This is the monthly chart, and this is the last week of the month. We still can see further movement in this direction on the monthly perspective. Looking at the weekly chart, we see that today is the first day of the last trading week, and we have seen there's a gap opening, so which is another sign of further movement. Currently, the price is where the market has opened. Initially, as soon as market opened, we have seen a drop primarily. That's the sign that sellers are still active in this market. Now let's draw a high of today's weekly to see where we can expect at max in this direction. The price may move to the upside. Now looking at the daily time frame, this is where the gap opening, and as soon as market open, we have seen a very strong drop in this direction. Now currently the price is where the market has opened a little bit to the upside, which is expected. Now on the daily perspective, what we can expect, as you can see, this is going to be a doji now, which is still daily candle not closed. But what we see, the price in a very important area of value, is there is a gap opening, and we could potentially see further rejection from this zone later today. Now if we look at intraday time frame to see what kind of price action we have, now this is the first candle of the session, you can see, which is a very strong rejection with a gap opening in this zone. Now currently what we see, that euro dollar is testing this gap zone where there is a gap opening, and also weekly and daily opening zone where we can see this is the today's daily high. What I am expecting now, euro dollar probably will remain in this zone, creating a channel. Probably at some point we could see a false breakout. What I think that if you look at the daily time frame, we could potentially see a daily close as a doji somewhere here, a little bit of red body or a green body. What I think that euro dollar probably upcoming days could go up a little bit, either creating a lower high with this daily or a little bit of higher high, and then we could potentially see further drop in this direction. And as a result, we are looking to go short on euro dollar from this zone, keeping our stop loss above this high, probably a safe place. Nothing is safe in trading. As soon as you will find suitable entry on the lower time frame, we will consider shorting euro dollar from this zone with a high probability trade setup with our students. Now let's look at British pound US dollar in the similar way. Now what do you see? The way British pound US dollar is almost the similar price action as euro dollar. If we look at bigger picture, we see the same kind of thing on the monthly perspective. We have seen the previous months there was a liquidity gap from the top of this doji, monthly doji, and we have seen a very strong rejection on GBP USD. Now this month from the same liquidity zone. We have seen a very strong movement. There is no significant level of support in the past. You can see that. So we can expect now British pound US dollar to go a little further down before creating any movement to the upside. So this is the last week of the month. As you know that in British pound US dollar, we could see further move. Weekly perspective, same thing, we see that there's a gap opening. It's a big gap on the weekly perspective. You can see that. And the price is creating kind of dodgy here. What I think that as there's a gap opening, strongly falling market, we could see further drop on GBP in this direction on the weekly perspective as well. As you know that this is a long-term bearish market and there is a bearish engulfer here. Big drop, trending market to the downside. Dropping is always expected in this market. Now, if we look at daily time frame, we can see like British pound US dollar, same kind of price action gap opening. Now currently the price is in an area of value at daily opening and there is a gap opening. So if we look at intraday perspective like euro dollar, what we are expecting GBP to have a rejection from this zone. As you can see, this is a very important area of value with a gap opening and we have seen a strong rejection. As soon as we will find suitable entry on GBP from this zone, we will consider shorting GBP as well with a high probability trade setup with our students. If you find value in this analysis, then smash the like button and also don't forget to drop a comment below to help this idea. Thank you for watching. See you soon in my next analysis.